Hi everybody. Video's kind of late this week. I kind of got an infection in my hand. Monday I came home from going to the gym and my hand felt a little sore and I had a little redness. But Ryan said everything looked fine, so I really wasn't worried about it. It just kind of hurt a little bit more than usual. As the night progressed, it got worse, redder, a little bit more hard around it, pussy, had goo coming out. I had a little map on my hand, but I have to soak my hand, so you can't really see. The infection when I woke up on Tuesday was probably about here. You could see like redness. My only complaint is with the clinic and how they handled things. I called at 7 a.m. when they opened, got transferred to the nurse line, and left a message and didn't get a call back until like 12:30. At that point, I had little dots creeping up my arm, red dots creeping up my arm. When I went in, she really wasn't a people person, didn't really like connect with me, like kind of wasn't concerned. She just kind of like looked at it, took a culture, wrapped it back up, and gave me some antibiotics. So fine. So I went home. I took the antibiotic. I actually got the 2 doses in because I left work early. And then when I woke up on Wednesday morning, it was worse. The infection actually crept all the way down to here, and I had little dots. You can see those map pieces because I don't soak my arm that deep. Up to here. I was trying to let the antibiotics, kick in. I had 4 doses. You think maybe, I don't know how it all works, letting it kick in before I freaked out, but I really didn't want to call the clinic again because of the hassle I got last time, so I just sent a MyChart message. And at one point, I was like, maybe I should just go to the ER, and I hate Freighter's ER, so I was kind of hemming and hawing. At about 12:30, I got a phone call from that nurse, and she told me to go to the ER as soon as possible to get IV antibiotics. So I was starting to plan. I was going to go tell my boss, call my husband, and she ended up calling me back, and my surgeon actually was in the clinic that day. So she told me to come right over. So I told my boss, I called my husband, and I went over to see my surgeon. He was very surprised to see that I got an infection with a carpal tunnel surgery. He said I'm his first in 2 years. I don't like being known as that because to my OB, I'm known as the asthmatic girl who needed breathing treatment. So I really don't want to be known as the one who gets a infection with a carpal tunnel surgery, but he ended up taking out the stitches. I had 4 stitches in my hand, taking out the stitches, which actually helped with the pressure a lot, like it was like pulling, so that helped a lot. He ended up trying to squeeze it and try to get stuff out of it. He couldn't get much out of it or whatnot, so he ended up prescribing me a different kind of antibiotic, and I'm itching a lot because with the antibiotics, my dermatitis on my skin comes out. You can see I'm all red. He gave me an antibiotic, which makes my stomach feel queasy, but it's working. My arm, you see no red, so I'll clear it up. I'm not going to show you guys unless you really want to see. I can send you a picture, private message, because I know a lot of people don't want to see this. It's better. It's a lot better. I have to soak it 3 times a day in antiseptic, and I've taken the antibiotic. I was off for 2 days, and thankfully when I saw him this morning, he said he liked the way it looked and that I can go back to work on Monday and that I wouldn't have to be admitted, because if it wasn't good, he was going to admit me, and I really didn't want to be admitted. So I just got to continue doing what I'm doing, and I get to see him in 2 weeks. So not an exciting week. I had the best intentions. I was going to go to the gym 5 days. I was going to write down everything I was eating. I was going to drink tons of water. I was going to get the house organized from what I could do with my hand. Yeah, things never go as planned. next week my plan is to get back on track, and hopefully, you know, things will fall into place again, and this will heal up nicely this time, and it won't get infected again. It happens, you know. I could have got it anywhere, but at least it's getting better, and I'm starting to feel better. I'm just really exhausted right now, so I will try to give updates. I want to try doing more videos and posting more stuff on Facebook. I just haven't gotten to it. But yeah, that's about it. So I'll hopefully get an update sooner than this time. All right, bye.